Formula Fast. I'm with the BRKC. I'm here today with the SIK Championship, so I've got to ask, is this track worth the hype? So I guess to decide if it is or isn't, in today's video we'll look at how well it's ran, what there is to do, the karts, food, and most importantly, the track itself. So let's get into it. A super serious track review of Formula Fast.
The track worth the hype?
Well, how can we start off with anything other than the track itself? Now, admittedly, there is two different layouts and I only got to experience the normal layout, but considering the track is just the same surface and just with the barriers moved around, I think I could still give it a fair enough assessment. So, with that in mind, let's go for a mid-lap. The start-finish straight isn't a straight as we cross the start immediately going into a slight right, then going into a near flat right-hander, immediately braking for a tight hairpin, middling the track on exit for another hairpin. The exit is key here as we now have a long flat out section from here, flowing around this long left-hand section, lining us up for the only real straight on the entire circuit. Now we're braking for a hairpin, trying to carry in as much speed as possible for it, although it is very slippy, into this right-hander, then flicking it into this left, past the pits and hugging the wall to get as much exit speed and across the line.
Is that it?
Well, yeah. That was faster than expected. The laps here are very short, which is a bit disappointing, but I do love how technical it is. And the section from here onwards, I really enjoy. But I'm fat and biased, so of course I like the bit that punishes me less. There is also the problem that there's only two places to really attempt to pass, which does lead to trains very easily. I was able to keep the entire field behind me in one race with basically no defensive moves. So to help alleviate the fact that you can't overtake anywhere, they have added this pretty cool pit stop system. So you come in, stop, wait for the green light, go to the second bit, stop, wait for the green light again, and off you go. It's a pretty cool and simple system. So overall, I'd say 8 out of 10. It's a good track, especially given this building's size constraints, but I honestly don't see it being some god track. So the question is there other things this venue is hiding?
Like, is there anything else to do?
Yeah boy, but I'll be honest, I didn't get time to do them. But there is stuff here.
Are you sure?
Very. So, on site there is an axe throwing range and escape rooms, which frankly have nothing to do with racing, but, you know, I'm going to give them extra credit for diversity and stuff to do here, so I would say more, but I didn't do them. 2 out of 2.
Is the home of BRKC good?
Okay, so now we're starting to see why this place is the home of the BRKC. The bar is brilliant and has an amazing overview of the track through the windows. But if you want a more clear view, absolutely fine. Here's a balcony viewing area giving a full view of the entire circuit. And at first I thought this would be cold during the winter, but there seemed to be what would look like heaters. So, damn, that's some good foresight. The entire place is just insanely professional and sleek looking. There's just two things I gotta point out. There seems to be no changing rooms, which is a bit awkward. Have you really got to get changed in the bar? And secondly, this place absolutely sucks if you're struggling with mobility. To get to the bar, stairs. To get to the great viewing area, stairs. To get to the track, lots of stairs. Now, I'm sure with the pits being ground level, there is a way for a disabled person to get to the pits to race. But not easily, it seems. And that would still mean that they can't get to the bar.
Happy.
Because I'm an ass. Anyways, 8 out of 10. A near perfect score.
Is the grub good?
Not bad, not bad.
Well, fuck me, that's actually the best food I've ever had at a track. So, here's the menu. Decent selection. And during the day I had a cheese and ham toastie, which was brilliant. And a burger and chips, which was more like a slab of meat from somewhere local instead of some processed corporate stuff. Like, look at all this grease. It's a proper fat man's greasy burger. I also kept getting hot chocolate since they weren't just warm dishwater. Honestly, the only complaint is I didn't get a Bruno Crepe or however you pronounce it. But that's because I wanted to treat myself after winning my class at 10 PM, so I can't really complain about that. People have got to go home. 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing food. And the table service, speaking of...
How well was place ran?
We'll start with table service. 10 out of 10. Took a name, and even with like 80 other people present and lots of people ordering food during the break rushes in the racing, I never waited more than 10 minutes, which frankly, with how many people there are, that's mad impressive. Now, I don't know if they brought in extra stuff for the day knowing that it would be busy as there was SRK there, but if they did, who cares? That's just good planning by management and led to a well-run and slick event. On track, the marshals were so on the ball. I spotted one incident the entire event where I felt like something was not done correctly. In the entire day. That's perfect, really. And they ran a very fair bad pass system of doing a dodgy pass. They'll just hold out a board, and if you gave it back, no drama. With how difficult this place is to pass, that's a brilliant touch. I almost expected them during this grid up as well to put me in the wrong place, as they had put me in the wrong place just before we got rolling, but they figured it out and fixed it. Honestly, gotta be one of the best staffing teams I've ever seen. Easily 10 out of 10.
Karts worthy and equal?
So, this track has a fleet of Sodi Petrels, which somehow is my first time experiencing a Sodi Petrol kart. And damn, this fleet is good. So firstly, these Sodis can take ballast in a compartment in the side, which is cool and pretty rare to see for an indoor rental kart. And overall, they flew around the circuit, and I was actually taken aback on the first lap how much speed down the back straight it had for an indoor rental. And in terms of parity, there seemed to be one quick kart and one slow kart. Kart 8 seemed to be the class of the field, and Kart 13 felt like a dud. But only 2 karts the entire time being out of parity from what it seemed? Yep, that's a 9.5 out of 10. Yes, I'm giving a half point. This is my video. I can.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
So what did you think overall?
Overall, it gets a 47.5 out of 52, which, damn, that makes it a new leader. I thought Team Sport Warrington would be P1 for a bit longer, but I guess here we are. It is a track worthy of being home of the BRKC. It's just a shame it loses some points for minor things, but clearly the owners of this place know what they're doing. It does deserve all the awards it gets, and I hope at some point they do get a larger facility and put the same amount of effort and love into it. Like, this level of attention, plus a bigger building for a bigger track, some changing rooms, and better accessibility. I massively recommend Formula Fast. For more super serious track reviews, click the playlist on the right, and click the left if you just want to watch something random from my channel. Bye!